Kill Complacency, a podcast that inspires growth and intentionality and helps you overcome your greatest obstacles.
So today's guest is a voice and face many Oklahomans recognize from their daily news, but behind the anchor desk is a woman deeply committed to living with purpose. Bobbie Miller is a seasoned journalist at News 9, a wife, a mother of three, and a fierce advocate for faith, family, and staying grounded in a fast-paced world.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. So tell us, Bobbie, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. I always kind of say that my family is first, but before I had these three wonderful kids, I had a baby and it was news. And it was like, I gave birth to it. Like, it was like all I cared about. And I was super passionate about it. I chased it fiercely. And I love news still. It's still a big part of my life. Like, I love everything about it. All kinds of news, but I honed in on TV news because that's where I felt most comfortable. I love the characters in a newsroom, the fast-paced vibe of it. I just love everything about news.
How many years have you been a part of news?
23.
23 years.
Yeah, that's after college. Like my senior year, junior year, I worked behind the scenes.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Like, how did you know going into college? Like, you had was it always in
I knew in 8th grade. Yeah. I grew up in a house where we always got the newspaper, and I would go down to the end of the driveway and get it every day, and I would read it. My parents read that newspaper. We always, when it was 5 o'clock, we kind of, whatever was going on, we turned on the news.
Really?
Yes, like that happened. It didn't matter what else was on. And I just grew up in a house that really liked news, and my parents didn't work in news in any way, but
Bobbie, who
loved it.
Growing up, who was a news anchor that you remember?
Goodness, so many. Okay, let's see. Well, Barbara Walters, everybody's going to say that.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to say it. But there were so many, like I liked Dateline, 2020.
All those.
As a kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember the 2020.
Yeah, it's still a thing. Now I just listen to the podcast. When I'm on a walk, that's how I listen to Dateline and 2020. And I love true crime. Those are some of my favorite podcasts. So anyway, I was really passionate about newspaper. I'm from a small town, Blanchard. And I went up there as an 8th grader and I asked Ross Coyle, the owner, if I could start working at the newspaper. And he started letting me write an article every week about like something involved with school because I was in school. And then like I remember I got invited to the First Lady's tea of the governor of Oklahoma's wife, you know, the First Lady. And so I wrote about that. Like they just let me do stuff and I loved it. And I didn't get paid or anything. I just loved it. And then I think I was in 9th grade and our principal knew a news anchor who worked in Oklahoma City, and he said, "Do you want to shadow him for the day?"
Wow.
And I said, yes. And get this, it was 9 days after the bombing.
Really?
Can you believe that? And even, like, how lucky was I to be able to be in a newsroom? Because you didn't live here then, but let me tell you, you did?
No, but I remember it.
But this is what I was going to tell you. Even 9 days after it, that's all the news there was. There was nothing else. That's all we did still. Like that was every newscast, every story.
Piecing it together.
Consuming. So I got to shadow all kinds of news anchors, you know, local icons. And I just knew as soon as I was there, this is for me. As a 9th grader, I just knew. So I just like never stopped pursuing that. So I went to journalism school. And while I was there, I worked behind the scenes, whatever job somebody would give me at a local TV station. And so anyway, I've been doing that a long time. And but then when we started having kids, I was like, oh, wow. Because news is consuming that kind of a job, that schedule, which is good. And I loved it. But I knew I only had one shot at being a mom.
Okay.
And there would always be work later, right? Everybody can say that.
Yeah.
You have one shot at being a parent. And I felt this strong calling to do it full time because I felt like news was getting half of me and my family was getting half. That's no good. That's not a good feeling. And my mom was our nanny. So she filled in the gaps because my husband worked a job where he had strange hours and days as well. So yeah, that's what I did. And I was on a morning show at the time, loved my job, loved the people I work with, but I knew I couldn't resist God calling me. You know, you want him to bless your life. And so you need to follow his call.
Did how old were your kids at this time?
They were 3, 5, and 7.
Okay.
And so when I felt that calling, I also felt I need to finish my contract.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So I waited until it was time, until I finished. And now I'm back part-time. So I was a stay-at-home mom. I loved it.
How long were you home?
Only 1.5 years full-time. And then I work with some wonderful people at 9, and they called and said, hey, we'd love to have you back just for the 4 p.m. show. That's just an hour-long show. And then I fill in at 5, 6, and 10. So it was something that I felt like I could do, like just part-time in the afternoon kind of a thing. So that's me right now. I still feel like I don't miss anything with my kids. I get to be involved in their lives.
Sure.
At school, I get to volunteer, get to be the mom who serves pizza and homeroom mom. You know, I don't miss a beat with that kind of stuff. So
how much time's involved in news off air? Is it as much as you want?
As much as I want.
I'm like, how much homework is there?
Oh, well, there used to be a lot.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes. Like as a reporter, you would bring your story ideas to the table.
Okay.
And you would research and, you know, call people and set things up. So it was, you know, more than your 40-hour work week, that's for sure. Yeah. But I've been able to step away from that part.
Yeah.
That's a fun part. But I don't do that anymore.
Now you're the face.
Yeah. And even though I was then, there was just still so much like involved in like appearances and, you know, when you're full time like that.
So talk to me about what kind of lessons did you learn, Bobbie, as you kind of wrestled through that decision? I mean, what's something you learned from that?
Well, just to be obedient to God's calling, you know, because you could rationalize like, oh, this is such a good job. Like people would die to have this job. There's a lot of people, you know, would like to trade places with me, or I can't give this up now. Like we're at the top of our game. Like we had just reached the #1 morning show, you know, like, and I helped work for that. But God is God. And he said, no, I want you at home with them to lead them and use this passion at home with them. So I was just obedient and he blessed that. So I learned that, just be obedient, right? Even if it doesn't completely make sense. And, you know, I just got to be more supportive in my role as a wife and a mom, and learned so much about my kids.
Yes.
I could listen to them more. I paid closer attention. I wasn't so tired from work or sleep deprived or felt, oh, I need to make that phone call while Merritt's swimming, you know, at a swim lesson or something.
Yeah.
I could just like
be all there.
Yes. And so I remember that summer, Merritt was on a neighborhood swim team. He's our oldest. And I was like so finely tuned with what he was doing. I was like, this kid's a really good swimmer. Like, oh my goodness, he's learning other strokes. Like, and then the swim coach would say, you know, he's really good at breaststroke. He's picking up all these strokes. And I don't know if I could have done that, like to be like, hey, you're a really good swimmer, because he had tried sports his whole life, just different ones, and nothing ever really stuck. And then that summer I was able to be like, wow, okay, we should get you with a coach and put you on a team. I mean, that sounds minor maybe, but I feel like it was things like that. That's an example of things I might have missed if I was still torn between two worlds.
What advice, Bobbie, would you give to a mom listening that is wrestling with this?
It may seem scary to leave what you've always known, especially if you like your job. But you got to listen to the Lord's calling. You have to be obedient, and you need to just know that He's got you. Like if you're going to return to that, He'll open the doors. He has other plans for you. So just walk it. Just put one foot in front of the other. Do the next thing.
And are you enjoying your role now more? Being more part-time?
Yeah, because we still have 3 very active kids at home.
Yeah.
Now we're 16, 14, and 12.
Yeah.
So they, as independent spirited as they are, like I'm still needed in that role. Not just to run them around, but,
Sure.
just to be there for them. So yeah, I still love it. I still get to go do news, do one of my favorite things every afternoon. But I don't feel torn. Like, yeah, it feels like a perfect mix right now. Yeah.
I ask because a lot of times we hold on to what we know,
Yeah.
like your job, because we're afraid. Well, we're afraid of what we don't know, and we're afraid of giving it up. But it's neat that you got to give it up. You got to embrace what you love, your kids. But then God gave you back your job,
Yeah.
but on a more balanced scale.
Yes.
So
Much
had
smaller.
you not made that break, you would be lopsided here. And
You're right. Yeah. See?
so embrace it.
Embrace it.
Well, you just don't know. You just don't know what you don't know.
But I think that's on purpose, right? Just do the next right thing, and it'll all fall in place, and God's got you.
Yeah. Okay. So I met you first. I don't know if you remember this.
In Guthrie?
In Guthrie at
Lake
the
Liberty?
Lake Liberty, freezing cold run we put together.
Arctic Russian air.
Dude, it was like the coldest day of the year.
It actually was. But if you were running in the woods
It was fine.
and dressed appropriately, which we all were, it was fine.
But when you stopped,
But because we didn't have the cover of the woods. So when we were done, we all met in that parking area.
yes.
Open,
Yes.
no trees,
Wind out of the north.
kills you.
Yes.
Like,
I was like,
oh,
I was trying to be like the support guy at the
It
end.
hurt.
The Justin Smith, let's stay around, last man standing. And I could not stop shaking.
no, I had a son there that day, and we had driven separately, and he was still out there. And I was like, okay, good luck with that. I ate my cinnamon roll. We had cinnamon rolls
They were good.
at the back of somebody's car.
Yeah, that was our car.
Okay, that was yours. Okay. And I was like, bye. It was so cold. It was a good run.
Yes.
It really was.
Well, Justin and I put that on the calendar, like, let's do this.
Okay.
But you never know what you're going to get. It could
People
have,
still showed up.
I was very surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. But even that's a life lesson. Like, it was so cold. Like, they were saying it's Russian air. Just stay inside that day, like our weathermen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I'm so glad I went. Like,
Okay.
It was painful at times, but worth it.
So talk to me about your running, because I know you're big on running. I know you've written articles about the 5 forgotten trails in Oklahoma or whatever.
Yeah. Some of my favorites.
And you run with your boys.
Yeah.
So talk to me about how running has transformed you or helped you or been your thing.
Okay. So I've always enjoyed running. I can't remember a time when I haven't, even as a kid. And I've always enjoyed being outside, hiking, just outdoors, just about anything. But I'd always been a road runner.
There's a difference.
The pavement and the asphalt, and that kind of tears you up. That's what. Like your knees or your feet or whatever. So this fall, it'll be 2 years ago. So I'm still new to trail running. It was Merritt, our oldest. He wanted to start trail running, and I don't even know where he came up with it, got it from. I don't know. And so we found out about the Outlaw 100.
Okay.
And we went and did our first one at Lake Thunderbird. And we loved it. I loved it. And I think
That's such a good intro race too.
yes, because
Because you're in the woods.
it's
but
not
that-
a technical
it's not real
hard
technical.
course.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Arcadia.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or any other trail in central Oklahoma.
You're right. Any other trail in central Oklahoma. And even that week has a funny story leading up to it. So do you ever have like shoulder aches or this or that? Just like, like you're wearing your body out sometimes. So I had this terrible, not only shoulder pain, but it became frozen like the weekend before. And so finally, when it got worse and worse to where I wasn't able to use it at all, I wasn't able to lift it. I went to the doctor and they put me in a sling and on medicine and all that stuff. And I remember being in that sling, couldn't use it. And I said, well, I'm supposed to have my first trail run this Saturday. And they said, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that. Well, I was able to lose that sling by Friday. And because I was on steroids, I probably did better, right?
What distance
But
did
I
you run?
did it. Something minor, like what was it? Maybe a 12K?
Okay, yeah.
It was something, but it was like I finished really quickly.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, that was so fun, Merritt. I'm so glad you introduced us to this. We signed up for like the whole year of them. There were 6 of them in all different places. And then we got Marshall, our middle, to join us after that.
Yeah.
And he did all 6 of them with us. And we just loved it. And so from there, I learned that I could go like 3 times as far on a trail versus...
Pavement.
Yes.
And
I wasn't in pain ever.
I would also argue, and this isn't across the board,
Okay.
but I think that trail people are nicer than street runners.
Yeah.
They're just more mellow.
That's it.
It's more community oriented.
Yeah, for sure. It was just a fun group. And they were just...
Less pressure.
And they were happy with whatever you were doing.
Yeah.
You got the same cheers if you're doing the 12K as if 100 miles.
Yeah.
I just found it to be a really easy group to be in. The woods, I mean, gosh, it's all so great. So, yeah, we did all those. And then exactly 13 months after that, I ran my first marathon. My first one.
13 months. Was that Route 66?
It was December 1st, and it was the Tulsa half and half. Half
okay.
Turkey Mountain, half Riverside Drive. And the hardest part was the half marathon on Riverside Drive. Like, I finished my half marathon in the woods on Turkey Mountain quicker than I did.
Really?
Yeah, that killed me, running 13 miles on pavement. Like, I loved it, but it was hard. And I would see a lot of our fellow trail runners there. I was like, hey, Cody, what are you doing here? Cody?
Yeah. Yeah, everyone knows Cody.
Yeah. And he was like, God, this is hard. This is harder than Pumpkin Holler. And, we were able to, talk about what it was like different. I saw several people there doing that one. And then I thought, okay, well, I want to train for my first ultra. So in May, I did my first ultra. I did a 50K in Little Rock. So, and it was great. The only thing was I wasn't expecting it to rain the whole time and be like a downpour. It was a thunderstorm. Like, there was lightning, everything. Like, I wanted just to have a hot and sweaty run. That's what because I'm better.
You said May?
Just this past May. And so it was at Burns Park in North Little Rock. And I show up and I'm like, what are these clouds about? What is this? And they told us, okay, everybody, we've all been in a thunderstorm, right? All right, well, if you think it's unsafe, don't do it. But we're still going to have this race. There's going to be some lightning, heavy rains for probably the whole time. So you guys ready? Let's go ahead and start early. Because they were worried about the rain coming. And so we did. And it was a 10K loop. I did my first 10K loop. Woof, like the skies just broke open. I mean, flooding. It flooded the trails. Like, it was at parts up to almost my knees. And I couldn't see the trails anymore. And I remember, my last loop being like, there is no one out here. Like, I couldn't see anyone. I was like, I don't know where I am. It's like, why did I sign up for this? Because I think that's so much harder.
That was your first one.
My first 50K. Yes. I did it. I finished it because I didn't want to drive home as a quitter.
Our family did Dark and Dirty this year.
Oh, I've done that one.
And it rained and rained. They had to reroute it.
No.
Because the creek got like this deep.
That much rain?
And it was pushing. I mean, like my wife Ginger went across. Mm-hmm. She was doing 25K, I think.
Okay.
But like on her second to last lap. Mm-hmm. No, I think on her last lap. She thought she wasn't going to make it because the current was so strong. Mm-hmm. And they actually rerouted it and they sent people out to the road to run up and down the road from midnight on. Oh. But
what distance was the road?
Well, they just had to because that's like a, what's that? I think it's a 5K loop.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They turned it into that.
So they made the road a 5K.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, God.
But that terrain, I don't know how your terrain in Little Rock was. But that terrain there is fairly rocky.
I did it in January.
Okay.
I was on the 100-mile relay team. That was my first relay team. You know, the Tahlequah guys? Mm-hmm. Guys and gals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kaizen. They let me be on a team with them. Mm-hmm. The Young Bucks.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's when I ran that course.
Okay.
I think my part was 17 miles, because it was were you guys there in January?
Not January.
Okay, it was a 9-mile loop and a 4-mile loop. So, yeah, anyway, that was my part. That's a hard course.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I had this year is my headlamp went out.
No.
And it's a night run,
It is so hard. Yeah.
And I think it was lap 2 for me. My headlamp goes out. So I finish the lap. And I grab another light. Mm-hmm. And it's this little battery powered, like I threw it in just last minute. It was so bad. So I had this guy run behind me. He's from Dallas. We became friends because I needed his light.
Well, sure.
But it was fine if he was to my side. But if he was right behind me, I couldn't see because it's the shadow. So
right.
I finished that lap. I grabbed another light. I grabbed a flashlight to hold. And that thing finished the race for me. But it was so much mud. So many memories. I'll never forget it. Like you won't ever forget your first 50K.
No.
Because of the
thunderstorm
difficulties.
Yes.
The things you didn't train for, but build character.
Right. And I remember after one of the laps getting under the tent and saying, I'm just going to wait this out until this is over. And they showed me the radar and they were like,
you're in the middle.
They were like, 3 more hours? You're going to wait it out for 3 hours?
You're already wet.
I was like, no, I guess not. Because I hated it that much. Like, I thought it was not fun to run.
Well, there were a lot of people Dark and Dirty that quit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, my first Dark and Dirty last summer, which was in Robbers Cave. That's such a good one. That Robbers Cave was my first half marathon. And so that's a fun one. Like, that's technical.
Yeah.
Anyway, when we did Dark and Dirty, I wanted to quit because I don't really like running in the dark, I figured out. I just didn't think that was fun. Like, the bugs are like sticking in your hair, like those June bugs with their claws, like they'd get in my hair and like attack.
We didn't have bugs in the rain.
Oh, that's true. Yes. And I saw snakes and I thought that would really freak me out. It didn't, because I was just so sweaty, covered in dirt, and I just didn't like it. Like, I was like, oh, you night runners, y'all are something. So my boys helped me finish. They did the rest of and Phil.
Oh yeah, Phil, good old Phil.
Phil, yeah, they all helped me finish because I think I would have quit otherwise. So, yeah, those are memorable, right?
Those are the best ones.
Those are the ones we're talking about.
And to your point, maybe not your point, but kind of your dislike for road races. Road races a lot of times don't have the difficulty, the adversity. And I feel like as a result, they don't build the character maybe that the trails do. Mm-hmm. And not that they can't.
I can see that, yeah.
But usually with, OKC Marathon, there's, I don't know, thousands of people out there running. Mm-hmm. Weather's, I mean, it's not terrible. It's not good. I mean, the weather's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it's just pavement, it's, there's no huge surprises, or you're not looking at a hill, boulders, like, oh.
Gorilla Hill, that's about it.
Yeah,
With
right.
bananas.
But I remember being in this trail running circuit that the boys and I had signed up for, and we did the Memorial Marathon. Just 3 of us broke up the 5-leg relay, and my body was killing me, like my knees and stuff, and I had only run 9 miles, and I just thought, here we are again. It's such a deal breaker to me, but I don't have pain on the trails. So, and people are always like, oh, that's so much harder. Not on your body.
Yeah.
And I think it's easier on your mind too, because you're just in the woods. There aren't mile markers, And I run really low maintenance. I have a disposable cup and maybe a snack in my pocket.
Yeah.
I don't even have a vest yet. Like everybody. I don't have a Garmin. I'm literally just going.
That's good.
I'm super low maintenance. So
that's good. Simple.
I know. Just in the woods, just trying to stay on the trail.
Just wanted to thank you guys for listening to the end. In closing, I just wanted to add that if this message resonates with you, if it aligns with your values, and something in it today triggered something, then you can also look me up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. We are really trying to help people live more intentional lives, to kill the complacency with which they have subscribed to. I know there's many ways which I get sucked in all the time. So if this is beneficial, follow me there.